about football today. We're talking about crucesdivided.com. Check out their trailer on YouTube. We have all the information we can for that. And in every second, a quarterback has a split-second decision maker to make that play happen or take it away. So I think that's a great advice from someone who understands that the competition arena is always going to be competitive, and the people make decisions on split seconds can actually be the decision to make or break you for the rest of your life. So I think that's great advice to us. So where did you grow up? You grew up in New York, and you moved around, and you showed us a little bit about that. But then you came to New Mexico, and you were intrigued. You were telling me it was something that happened to you, the Nightmare in Las Cruces. So you did a film about that.
Right.
And how was your experience with that to come back with the football Cruces Divided?
Nightmare in Las Cruces haunts me to this day. I wake up every day and pray that the case gets solved. It's arguably the worst crime in the history of the state, certainly in Las Cruces. And it's very personal for me because I got very close to the investigation and the law enforcement officials and the victims' family members. And like I said, to this day, I'm troubled by it. I think about it every day. I can't get it out of my system because I want this thing solved.
So it was a horrifying event.
Unfortunately, it's left a scar over the city of Las Cruces forever. And it's a devastating crime. And I always try to talk about it with people so that it can get solved. Mm-hmm. I'm lucky that I've been able to show it to 4 different states, 13 different theaters. It just played in Albuquerque and did very, very well. And I'm proud to say that I'm right on the verge of selling the film to a reputable film company so they can release it far and wide, nationally on DVD or a national cable channel.
Absolutely.
So it's devastated me. I think about the crime, like I said, daily. I think about the victims' families every day. And I pray to God that this case gets solved.
As do all of us here in Las Cruces. You know, you have told me before that you had worked in unsolved mysteries and worked on those type of film, and I can definitely see the passion in your heart when it comes to those type of tragic events. You know, we don't like it when bad things happen, but I think it's even more so when things aren't solved. And I thank you for really bringing that to Las Cruces and helping educate. Because through the film, we were able to get more of the word out to maybe find leads or opportunities. So I think somewhere in there was a message to say, if you have any information, even this long into this crime, contact somebody. Let us know how to solve this mystery.
Yeah, I pray after 20 years, someone out there has a change of heart, change of loyalty, and they'll say to themselves, you know, this is so wrong, what happened? And they'll come out and provide the information that has eluded law enforcement for over 20 years now.
Yeah. And so then you worked on that film, and now you have something in the works that we're here to talk about, Cruces Divided. Right. And we talked a lot about the rivalry, the coaching, the kids. But what about just the city? Tell us a little bit what you found out through doing your work in the city of Las Cruces.
Well, how passionate and loyal people are. I mean, this film is truly for the city of Las Cruces, for Doña Ana County. I tried everything in my power so that every era was respected and mentioned. I go back to 1967, and then we go through the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s. This film is going to make everyone go down memory lane, and proud to be a Las Crucean. This is the biggest event of the year. The purpose of this film is for people to reminisce, for people to feel young again and feel like, oh wow, I'm back in high school and this was such a special moment. Perhaps I took it for granted, and I'm really glad that I could relive those cherished moments, because you're only young once.
Absolutely.
And that youth is a beautiful thing. We all wish we were younger. Yeah. And this film, you know, you watch it, and I want people to watch what they're seeing and say, oh, I remember that. Oh, wow, that's great. Oh, he looks like that now. Yeah. And oh, I can't believe it. Oh, sure. That's what I want people to feel. I want to raise everyone's spirit in this city with this film, because football is a special game. This is a historic, sensational rivalry between 2 high schools that just give every effort in their body to make this what it is, including, like you said, your brother who, and people, I don't know if they realize, high school football is 365 days a year, 24/7.
That is correct.
This is a year-round program now. It didn't used to be that way. But
well,
now,
to compete at the level that we compete at, and to have the reputation where we do have, Las Cruces or Southern New Mexico football, they have to go to work every day. Mm-hmm. Speaking of going to work, we're going to go to a commercial right now, and we'll be back with the filmmaker and designer of the Cruces Divided, Mr. Charlie Minn, and we'll see you soon.
Yourself a beautiful home.
The most beautiful homes in Las Cruces have one thing in common. It's Don Tan Interiors, the local experts in granite countertops and fine kitchen cabinetry. When it comes to home improvement, think Don Tan Interiors.
Don Tan Interiors. Make yourself a beautiful home.
Welcome to La Buena Vida Women's Club, located away from the crowds but close to home. Come in throughout the day for Jazzercise, the world's dance fitness leader for nearly 40 years. Treat yourself to a relaxing massage, or unwind in the lounge area or outside on the balcony with friends. La Buena Vida Women's Club, located and designed with women in mind. For information, call Diane at 650-9721.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors.
Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate, Fiesta Motors, where buying a car is always a celebration.
Welcome back to the Business Networking channel with the Hispano Chamber of Commerce. And today we are with a special guest of ours, filmmaker Charlie Minn. And Charlie, we were just talking about the passion and the loyalty and all the things that come together in our community called Las Cruces. You know, for many, many years we have been recognized, I apologize, as being one of the best places for retirees to come. We're a great climate for businesses. We're a great climate for entrepreneurship. We've got, you know, a lot of things happening with the spaceport. We've got a lot of things coordinated with El Paso, our Fort Bliss, our White Sands Missile Range. I mean, we are really developing a destination of choice for people to come. Mm-hmm. But we've always had good football. And so can you tell me a little bit about the relationships you established to pursue this film?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have to start with the coaches, the head coaches. I mean, Michael Bradley picked up the torch from his dad, Jim, and all he did was go undefeated his first year and win a state title. As a matter of fact, he's won 2 state championships while at Mayfield. Jim Bradley has won, I believe, 6 or 7 in his career. 2 at Roswell and the others at Mayfield High School. And Jim is still coaching. He's the offensive coordinator at Mayfield High. And then, of course, you have Jim Miller in Las Cruces, who's a true winner. 4 championships, 4-0 in title games. He took over for Kirk Potter. And so those 3 relationships I've established, I'm very proud about. And they are the key elements of the film, the 2 Bradleys and Jim Miller. And
so you also have the supporting cast, so to speak. You have the assistant coaches that you've gotten the data from. And also you have the community cast that I think is important. You brought that up. And for our audience out there, I want you to understand that this is not something that I have an opportunity to come across. And so when we were talking at lunch today, Charlie had mentioned something I think is very valuable for us to be aware of. He is going to be donating some of the proceeds of this film to our athletic programs here in the Las Cruces Public Schools. And I think it's important to know that people like Charlie who come into our community and they absorb our groups, our culture, and our diversity, and then they give back. I think that says a lot for you and a lot for what you do, and I just want to thank you for that.
You're very welcome. I'm indebted to the city of Las Cruces. I mean, I've made 2 films here. They've helped out immeasurably. So I'd like to say thank you to the great citizens and caring citizens of Las Cruces from the bottom of my heart, because I can't make these 2 films without them.
Yeah. Well, and to our audience here at the Business Networking channel, we want to make sure that you get a piece of this action. October 15th, this is going to show at the Allen Theaters?
Yeah, it's in Port 10. It opens on the 15th, and hopefully it'll have a long run because of the high attendance.
Absolutely. And also, if you want to find out more information on this, you can go to crucesdivided.com. That's crucesdivided.com. It should be on our screen, and we can continue to see this story unfold and unravel into what it is today. So, Charlie, we've got a great history from you. You're from New York. You come down the Southwest. You've got a great resume of things that you've done around the filmmaking industry. So, what challenges did you see, or anything that we can say couldn't have been all just perfect along the way? So, what did you have to overcome?
Well, I think I mentioned earlier there were some downtimes. I mean, I don't want to fool everyone and say both Mayfield and Las Cruces have been successful forever. In the early 80s, there was some downtimes. In the early 90s, there was some downtimes. I mean, Las Cruces didn't make the playoffs from 89 to 96, and when you think of where the program is today, it's almost beyond comprehension.
Correct.
That they can go 7 years without making the playoffs. So, I mean, this was a film that I really wanted to really give it a historical perspective. All the decades, all the former players, current players, coaches, the community. This is truly for the city of Las Cruces. I mean, you should be proud to be a Las Cruces because this is the biggest event of the year.
Sure. And I'm right. It's the biggest event of the year, and we're going to be there October 15th. And I want to encourage our audience and our members that are out there to come and be a part of this. And Charlie, what's next? What's on cue for you? What else do you have going on in your filmmaking career?
Well, I'm producing also for America's Most Wanted because I'm fascinated by true crime, and I'm looking into doing a movie in Juarez, Mexico, starting next month. It looks like it's a go because I've been studying the violence there for a year. Everything that Mr. Calderon is doing and his policies, they obviously have not worked. And a lot of the haunting images stay with my head from researching. A month ago, these killers walked in and blew away girls in bikinis at a pool party. I can't get that vision out of my head.
Sure.
So, and that's one of many crimes.
Projects, yeah.
So, so anyway, we're looking into the Juarez project. We have a new mayor coming into Juarez pretty soon. And
well, you know, that's such an important part for some of the things in Las Cruces, and I think border security in general is a big issue here in New Mexico and southern New Mexico. So we're very glad that you're here, and we're really glad that you're bringing our rivalry to the public, and hopefully we get a great response from all our members out there and viewers out on the Business Networking channel. And from the Business Networking channel, and from my great co-host or guest, excuse me, Charlie Minn, I want to thank you all and have a wonderful and great week, and go see us October 15th, Cruces Divided. Thank you.